Today I'm going to share with you one of our very favorite appetizers to take to any get-together. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to Heartway Farms. My name is Annie and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Appetizers are a huge favorite in our household. Some of our favorite get-togethers with other people is when we all come together and bring our favorite appetizers, and that's just the meal. It's like the best. It's all the best little bits of food all brought together, and you can try a little bit of everything. It's the best. So today we are in charge of bringing an appetizer to a family gathering, and I want to share it with all of you because it is a huge hit, huge family favorite. Once you make it for people, they're going to request it every year. It just happens. It's so good. It's called Swiss almond dip. Now, my mom introduced me to this recipe after her and my dad stayed at a cute little boutique hotel in South Haven, Michigan called Yelton Manor. They went there a few times, and I think she just asked them directly for this recipe, and she actually grabbed a couple other recipes from there. But this one stuck for sure, and it is a huge favorite. If you like cheese, I promise you are going to love this. So there's just a few basic ingredients for this recipe, and you can throw it together quickly, and it only bakes for 30 minutes. So if you need to just throw something together quick to have a hot, cheesy, creamy appetizer that we like to serve with crackers or vegetables, whatever you like, you know, if you're trying to do low carb or whatever, you can absolutely do it with this. All right, so for this recipe, we need Swiss cheese. That's the star of the show. And even if you don't like Swiss, because it's kind of got that specific flavor, I promise by the time you mix it with all these other ingredients, it's so good. Like my kids love this, it's so good. So Swiss cheese, I'm gonna need to shred that up in just a little bit. If you can buy it from the store shredded, that saves you this step. Only 2 tablespoons-ish of chopped sauteed onion, mayo, cream cheese, and sliced almonds, and that's it. It's so simple. And crackers, whatever kind of crackers or veggies you want to serve it with. So step 1, let's go ahead and chop up our onion nice and fine because my kids don't like chunks of onion. I'm going to chop it up and then take it over and saute it up until it's nice and golden. All right, let's head into the kitchen and get this sauteing. There might not be a better smell, savory smell, than like onions and garlic, I guess. I'm not putting garlic in this, just recipe, but cooking onions in your house, it smells so good. Even if you don't like onions, it smells good. All right, these are getting close. Okay, our onions are done. All right, so let's move on to the next step. I've got a mixing bowl, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up my cream cheese. I am using 2 cups of softened cream cheese. You want it to be soft, not melting, like falling apart, but soft enough to be able to mix it, you know? So let's get this opened up and in the bowl. All right, we're gonna give this just a little mix here. It's perfect. All I did was set it on the stove for just a little bit while the oven was preheating. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to be putting this into a pie dish, which works really well for this recipe. Okay, next, let's add in 2/3 cup of mayo. And before I mix it too much, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our warm onions. It just helps everything come together easier. All right, now I'm gonna add in, before I really mix it, because I want all the ingredients in there really, I'm gonna go ahead and add in 2/3 cup of sliced almonds. Without making too big of a mess. I'm gonna save some of these for the top as well. Okay, I have a 1/3 cup out here, so we're gonna do 2/3 cup. Okay. We're gonna just leave this here for the top. All right, I'm gonna set that aside so that I can go ahead and grate up my 2.5 cups of Swiss cheese. So let's start grating this up. Okay, let's see how much that one block got us. So I'm shooting for, and really, with any recipe that calls for cheese, like when I'm making homemade mac and cheese, you can be very generous with your measurements. All right, so I'm looking for 2.5 cups of shredded Swiss. All right, and I think that's gonna get us there. All right, so let's mix this up really well, and then I'll show you what's next. I've got this all incorporated, mixed together well. We're gonna transfer it into a pie pan, a pie dish. So let's go ahead and do that. I wanna get all of this out of there so we don't waste any of it. All right, and then I'm gonna press it down so it just fills the pan. And then to finish it up, we're gonna sprinkle some sliced almonds on top. The almonds get nice and toasted on top and just gives it such a nice flavor. All right, and as mentioned before, I already preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna go ahead and let this bake uncovered, and I did not grease the pan. Bake uncovered for 30 minutes, and then it will be deliciously melted and gooey and just fantastic. So let's get this in the oven. All right, our Swiss almond dip is done. It is so hot and it smells so good in here, you guys. You're gonna really like this if you give it a try. I would love to hear about some of your favorite appetizers because we're always looking for good new ones. So make sure you comment below or give me the recipe. I would love to see what your family loves for appetizers. It is best to serve this hot or at least warm because it'll start, you know how cheese is, as soon as it cools off, it gets hard and it's hard to scoop and all of that. So let's say you make it now, you can put it in the refrigerator and reheat it for a future party, but it's best to keep it warm if you can until the party. So I'm gonna cover this up, take it and serve it warm with crackers. We've got some of those out here, but first I wanna show you what it looks like. But it is so soft and just hot as can be. You guys know how hot things coming out of the oven with cheese are. They are like burn your mouth hot, but it's so, so good. But I like hot things, so I can eat it. My kids make fun of me. So good. Thank you guys for joining me today. Again, I want to hear about your favorite appetizers below in the comments and what you love to serve your friends and family. If you want to learn how to make a dessert in less than 30 minutes and only 3 ingredients, check out this video next.